Same thing with when I was playing Thea on the boots.
Yeah.
Didn't play Lance at all, not once. I threw that bad boy away. But did I like zooming around with down 6? Sure did. Sure did. And I'll do it again at 10 speed now because of Super Stat. Don't do that. That's troll. It's funny, but it's troll. All right. We're getting into it. We're at Demon Island as our first match. Magyar versus Linfei. Anonymous Alex versus megD. This is going to be a good one. Winners finals. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
From what we could have had and what we're normally used to seeing to what we're having right now, absolute shakeup of an event. Let's get into it.
For those of you at home that aren't familiar with these players, they're going to be coming in with a lot of a reputation behind them. megD and Anonymous Alex known for that intense neutral, as TK likes to put it, or just very slow play to cut it bluntly here. megD's been very aggressive, though, on the guitars. We've been seeing him push his advantage state in a lot of great spots. We'll see that already with a recovery and a nair as well. Anonymous Alex looking to create some space between with his hammer. D-Light sidelight will be his first bit of damage in this game, and this could easily go in the favor of one player. We could see a swift 3-0, or this can be a very grueling Game 5 battle.
I don't feel like you put enough emphasis on how intense that neutral. I gotta get intense neutral. That's what's happening right now because no one's gonna be swinging, and that's okay. I mean, like sometimes you happen to have two defensive players who want to go and punish, who want to not ever be swinging the wrong way. That's what we're kind of seeing right now. You already know megD has always been known as a defensive powerhouse, but Anonymous Alex right now on a highly defensive legend, knowing that you can't really chase somebody down. You know exactly what you're trying to do. You want to whip punish. You want to also get hit and not really have it matter that much to you, but unfortunately off on the edge right now. megD got a great advantage down there, not going to hit right there unfortunately. Can we try another one? He's looking for that sig over the ledge, which is a good idea, especially with these small walls. You might be able to just clip him clip him as he gets too close to the stage.
Yeah, the end light is going to be enough to take it there. Anonymous Alex unable to get enough verticality there to get back to the stage. We see Anonymous Alex. I think someone in chat said it was like, Anonymous Alex plays Greatsword like it hurts him to play it. You'll see him throw out moves and kind of look like he's wincing in pain. He'll throw away the Greatsword more often than not. That you'll see him get, one hit and then immediately throw it away. Definitely wanting to lean into the hammer. And megD, the guitars have been such a present threat. Obviously, the cannon is something that basically any top level worth their weight in gold will be able to utilize for a KO option. But the guitar play from megD has been incredibly good. We've seen him in the past play a Suri, now playing this Linfei on the super strength. Looking really solid. And Anonymous Alex really having no answers to this in the second stock. Sidelight finally getting dodged through with a D-Light into side air to get some damage on the side of Anonymous Alex. Sidelight, D-Light, recovery. It'll disarm, but it will not KO. But that recovery will, and megD blows this game open 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, I just don't know how you're supposed to beat megD at megD's game. You know what I mean? I don't really care if you have a very high defense right now. You are still getting hit a lot, and it's kind of crazy. You're making megD look aggressive, but I just know that you can't run away from him. He single-handedly put wall slip in this game. You think you can beat that guy, bro? Absolutely not. It's not happening. So this is a rough rough pull for Alex. But as of right now, I mean, megD is really kind of bringing it to his front door, though. I mean, I can't even say he's actually not playing aggressive. These guitars have been going insane.
Yeah, and I think what he's really good at is swapping the playstyle and being like, well, I'm not getting any sort of resistance from blowing the doors open of my opponent. Might as well just hold forward with the guitars. Finally, that scoop will score the down air. We'll take it off the top. And megD, I mean, like you said, can you beat megD at his own game? You haven't even seen him play his own game. He's completely dominated this one. Yeah. 3 minutes and you're down to your last stock. He has an extra one to work with. D-Light into sidelight. Anonymous Alex cannot count him out, especially after we saw that Game 5 comeback versus Bunny. Definitely having that clutch factor in him, but it's going to be a tall task versus megD, who can easily slow it down in a moment's notice.
Yeah, I am very much liking him using these down 6 over the edge, though. I mean, I do believe that if Anonymous, I mean, this is looking a little bit like it could potentially become a comeback, but I do believe maybe we try another stage after this just because you are getting put in that situation where even if you're not getting hit, you are forced to recover and use a lot of options just to get around that same option that megD's been throwing out. And eventually when you do get hit, it's going to be the stock. So maybe a stage with some bigger walls could help out here, especially if you want to play a lot like more of a, I guess, runaway defensive game. I understand this is a very, very big platform for a stage, but megD is just so much faster than you. Like, you really can't create that space.
Yeah, the megD movement, and especially on the guitars, where you're able to kind of use that movement to probably the best, take the most advantage of it. And it looks like Anonymous Alex, after that very disappointing showing, will be swapping to the super strength Cassidy. The 8 strength Cassidy makes a return after he won a community event beating Markimu. Then going into midseason was kind of the sleep sleeping dragon of the bracket. Everyone's like, man, is Anonymous Alex just going to win it all? He'll bring it out here, and no matter what, we're going to be seeing Anonymous Alex in his true form as we get the Cassidy coming out versus this Lin Fei.
Now, did this Cassidy play? Does it also play on that very defensive tip, or is this like actually we're going to go in now? Because I feel like with 8th strength, you know, you obviously want to get those hits. Whiff punishing would be crazy, but I just don't know if you're going to be able to get all that against megD. Does get a whiff punish there though. Oh, scooped. Okay, that's some big damage.
Yeah, it's really, really punishing. Cassidy is the idea behind Cassidy's design is very nimble, high dexterity, true confirms into signatures, obviously D-Light into N-Sig, a very fast side sig, but it completely flips the game design on its head. When you give 8 strength to a legend like this, Anonymous Alex realized the strength of it and immediately swapped as the super stances came out. megD also taking advantage of a super strength, but definitely not to a big of degree. Anonymous Alex, big side stick there, looking to get that scoop with the recovery. Does not find it. Another side stick into the corner, and megD now the one looking lost a little bit, trying to find his way in, but everything is close to being lethal. Side stick not enough to KO, but we are getting to that point. Another recovery does not connect, but the end stick will, and somehow not enough to KO. Yeah,
I'm a little surprised about that. Felt like that was definitely the right call. I mean, the right read and almost like good setup right there from Anonymous Alex, but just wasn't enough to get past that blast zone just yet. megD does manage to make it past that next side sig, but gets a cannon in hand. The cannon, I mean, we did see the cannon in hand for a while. I just don't know if that was going to matter too much at this current juncture, and it definitely did not. Ends up eating that down air immediately off the top of that blast zone. megD looking a little trouble here in the second game.
It's probably pretty freeing being able to throw out signatures and also move much faster than the Magyar. Yeah. And I think like Anonymous Alex might be kind of getting that whiplash a little bit, throwing out a lot of signatures, moving around grounded a lot more. Charging up that side sig, you're going to get so much horizontal movement, but the down sig will meet you anyway. Boom, the dragon just spikes you to the blast zone, and megD will even up the stocks.
Yeah, that was good from both sides. I mean, Anonymous Alex actually getting that charge up did force megD to go a lot lower than he probably wanted to. Yeah. And therefore he wasn't able to get the easy punish, but megD immediately getting back to the stage and turning that back into a stock. Down sig over the edge. As I said, you know, I was expecting to see that hit a little earlier on Demon Island because the walls were smaller, but he still managed to get it here. And like that. So back to some more neutral. megD is starting to definitely do a lot more damage here. He's definitely finding his hits too, trying to get a little half pipe going, but didn't go for the full thing this time. Oh, man, the damage racked up quickly. The guitar just went crazy here on the step back.
Ugh. That's a disgusting mix-up. The side light pops you up, and as soon as you get the dodge, the step back N-Sig to just uppercut you with that cannon straight to the chin, man. That is an aggressive way to get a knockout.
Yeah, bro. Hit that man like Curry, for sure,
like
bro.
Crazy, man. That was messed up.
Back. Okay. Now, I mean, I don't know what happened. Like, there was I can tell you what happened. Like, he definitely just like kind of got straight destroyed on that stock. But there was definitely a switch that flipped here for megD. The first stock, Anonymous Alex definitely, it's probably the surprise factor. You have to get used to remember the difference of speed in your opponent now. He seems to be able to do that. He's also just hitting so many downlights, and they're turning into so much more damage. Even if he's not getting a dodge read after that, he's just getting that damage. Oh, okay, that was clean. Spot dodge in place, gets the Gabber cancel right after. Might not matter though. Immediate side light, side air, get that man out of here. And with that first stock being all that we could say about Anonymous Alex, after that, it was definitely back to the megD show. It was basically the megD show was on commercials, so I looked at another channel, and then I went back to the megD show once I found that the commercials were done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this happening right now, TK? Are we going to see a megD win for the first time in Brawlhalla history? Is it today in the year of 2026 that we're going to be seeing it?
I think there's, in my head, you know, I don't want to count anybody out right now, but there's one person that could potentially stop it, and he's on the lower side of things. So we got to see what happens on the lower side of things and how far they can make it. Anonymous Alex, though, definitely not looking like the answer to megD right now. Does swap back over to the Magyar and Demon Island, and am I agreeing with it? Of course not. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, this will be the hill you die on. I really do believe that. And you know what, man? Like, you know, you find some comfort. You know, you park yourself underneath a tree and you sit and you're happy to see your last days on it. But if I'm Anonymous Alex, I'm like, dude, this is not, like, I'm not feeling great about this pick. megD has been completely dominating so far. Maybe a little too harsh, but we'll see. I hope megD proves me right. That's a nair there, catching Anonymous Alex, D-Light into recovery, and really struggling to find footing both in the air and the ground to disarm on that second recovery. And Anonymous Alex picks up a great start and gets some work done. Nope, just throws it away after 2 hits.
Bro, one day he will figure out the true power of the great sword. Although Flambeau probably won't agree. I know he's still playing it, but he probably was like, what power? So you know how it is. All right, Anonymous Alex currently hurting here on the first stock. Hasn't really been able to do much to megD. I mean, we're again, as I said, we're back to trying to play this more defensive, this punish style, but you're too slow to catch Lin Fei, and megD is just, you know, he invented this style, like, so I'm not really sure how you're supposed to be able to get this W on top on him, but, you know, maybe we get a couple more hits here, maybe he can prove me wrong.
Avoids that side air, the kind of Hail Mary attempt to flip the ledge trap situation on its head. Anonymous Alex with the hammer has been struggling to get really anything going. Can't count him out, though, especially with being on Magyar. You have quite a bit of defense to lean into. Sidelight coming out, D-Light into Nair will close out that stock, and megD poised once again. The only player that I could see out megDing it is like Use, for example. Like when Use slows it down on the prime back-to-back world champion Use Greatsword, you know, you're able to see somebody that could really slow down the pace of the match. But at this level of play versus megD, who's able to not only kick it into gear and play that patient game, but also get so much on these guitars, he's looking unstoppable. But that's going to be the scoop.
Good catch.
Yeah, that end stick. That's something you don't worry about a lot because a hammer, in order to get a Nair out, you have to jump. But that's actually a fully grounded option that covers the same space as a Nair, essentially. It's going to be a great way to get an anti-air and a KO.
Yeah, that was smooth. I mean, definitely got him right back into this game. So, like, it looked like what could have been megD starting to pull away. We found the right instinct to go ahead and take that stock right when you needed it. So, megD still trying to pull away, though. Look, I'm telling you, the air dodge after anything is just getting blown up. I like the patience that we're seeing from megD. If it's not off of a neutral light, it's off a down light, but he will just play the patience again.
Oh,
I'm out of there. Big damage off of that.
Yeah, and like the longer that Anonymous Alex is stuck offstage trying to recover, the less you're worried about taking these big hammer hits that do quite a bit of damage. Anonymous Alex finding some footing here. We'll cycle over to a Greatsword. Interesting choice there. Maybe trying to weapon starve megD and retain the hammer. But now it looks like he's going to use it to get out a hitbox. So, you know, a defensive measure for sure. That's going to be a GC, a side light there. That's going to get some space. megD, Sweat Beads, Mind Gimp, GC Breakdance, and Anonymous Alex. I think that might be credited as a Greatsword KO. I'm not too sure.
I'm going to give it to the Greatsword. That weapon toss did a lot. Okay?
Yeah.
That weapon
did more
toss
than
did
it ever did. Great stuff for sure. I mean, Anonymous Alex will be happy to take those. megD now. Not so clear your chances of winning this set in the 3-0, especially because Anonymous Alex can get so much extra credit so quickly. Side light. That time, no step back, just trying to move forward, not forward enough. N6, big damage. GC N6 trying to catch another landing. D-Light into Sidelight, won't connect. D-Light into Nair, will connect for megD. And we go to last stock game 3.
Last stock game 3, we did get some good damage here onto megD, though. And he's going to have to do a lot now with these guitars. But I mean, it's definitely possible for him. We've been seeing his combination so far. Lose the guitars, couldn't pick him back up in time. This is bad. Okay, Anonymous Alex actually might be proving me wrong here. I was a little skeptical about going back to the stage that, you know, didn't work out that well for you, but it seems like he is able to match and outplay megD right now at the pace that we usually see megD setting. Nice, okay, good dodge, Drew.
When megD is able to get those dodges out, very difficult to pin him down in the air-to-air game. You see the movement there, the triangle jumps. megD will employ a dodge and then a drift back, but that Nair calls out a high recovery. Anonymous Alex, one hit away here. The D-Light does not connect. megD, what does he get off the end light? Just a Nair, but the Nair gets dodged through anyway. Landing with a side air, the scoop will not score, but it's getting quite close. And Sigger Nair, and the Nair is enough. Anonymous Alex forces game 4. It's not over yet.
All right, you know what, bro? I'll take it back.
I'll give it up.
I'll give it up.
I'll give it up.
Sometimes you got to give it up. He did not. Like the hill was looking quite diable on, but you said, no, I will live.
Yeah.
I will live. And good for him. You know, ends up getting a W on the character that he originally tried. On the character that's also got him all the way here. So clearly is able to match the pace of megD. megD looking a little. I mean, a little worse for wear there on that game. It does not mean that we can't see megD back in prime form. 39 damage on the on the Greatsword. I know exactly where that hit came from, and I know that one extra hit from the weapon toss. But yeah, that GC sidelight.
Yeah, GC sidelight finisher.
And then immediately was like, all right, here.
And then megD's like, did you just hit me with a Greatsword move? And then it self-destructed. So like it worked.
I've never seen that.
He's like, wait a minute.
I've never seen that before. So yeah, the hammer's still doing all the work that it needs to do, though, for the sound of Anonymous Alex, which just goes to show you, you know, if there is a character out there that you really like their say kit and you just want to play that, you can do it. I mean, it does, I think, somewhat make the game harder, but if the weapon is that good, it probably doesn't matter too much, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure. We go to game 4 here. Are we going back to Demon Island is my question. I wonder if we're going to be seeing something like a Fortress of Wolves, for example. It's something that megD likes. It's going to ban out quite a few of these stages here, but it's going to keep Demon Island open. So I think, yeah, we're just going to be going back into game 4. Maybe this is megD's hill to die on now. We're just giving out the deeds to anybody for this hill. And we'll see as they battle back on Demon Island here.
I believe the thing about Demon Island though, because of how much I see it in Brawlhalla, I don't really feel like this is like this is the stage that everyone plays where they're like, look, man, it's me versus you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And genuinely in my head, when I think about it from other, I always think about the sides of the stage and how big it is, and like all that stuff does factor in. But more often than not, when I'm watching this, watching Brawlhalla tournaments, I see so much Demon Island now that this just happens to be the stage that anyone's playing on, and I don't really think twice about it. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens as we get into it for the third time on our fourth game. And yeah, this is going to be a...
here we go.
Ooh, yeah, here we go. Back to that neutral.
Footsies. With punish. Nair gets it there on the jump. A side light from Anonymous Alex will slowly push megD into the corner, landing with the down air, getting an end light off of that as well. And yeah, I kind of expect the pace to definitely screech to a halt for sure. I think that both of the players now have both successfully kind of blown the doors open on their opponent, and now we got to see a little bit more patient playstyle. But megD pushing his advantage quite a bit there, but eats 2 nairs for his troubles, and maybe that's going to deter him from going in a little bit. That recovery whiffs, 2 nairs, not something that you're willing to take a trade for, especially if it's not disarming, because Anonymous Alex has another hammer cooked and ready to go. Yeah.
No, this is just, I mean, honestly, this is just kind of what happens in platform fighters in general. Like, a lot of the times there is always somebody who's like a defensive powerhouse, right? And you'll see them kind of get out of character once, but they lose that game.
Oh my!
Hold on.
Okay.
I didn't have to talk about him getting out. He was way out of character there. Let me talk about a combo. Brother said, well, that's been a character this entire set, because the whole time, like, if he gets that read, that's what most of his combos do look like. It's just the time between getting that hit and that read, it takes a little bit. So here we are back to that intense neutral. We're standing around, different sides of the stage. Love that.
When I see that Qatar combo, I think about Ahmet's streams where he's like, that's all confirmed, by the way. That's just given. And that's exactly what megD saw. He saw the dodge in place, read it with a down air, and you are just taking 5 subsequent hits that lead into a KO. That's guaranteed damage, and megD's not going to be dropping that.
I don't know how Anonymous House is going to try to dodge after that, though, because as you see, he just ate that 3-piece, what he definitely could have tried to get out of, but now I think he's just going to hold that.
Yeah.
He's like, because if I dodge, and then I'm just going to eat like a 6-piece instead, does manage to at least get out of the recovery, yeah.
3 pieces, maybe not so bad because you have so much defense. Maybe you're leaning into the fact that, like, okay, I'm willing to let megD win out these trades, but a D-Light is a ground pound, and megD, I mean, as much as we're trying to metagame and expect it to be slow, megD is blowing the doors open once again, similar to what game number 1 looks like. We're going into game 4, and megD is 1 stock away from confirming his spot into grand finals, putting him in a great position to win his first ever Brawlhalla tournament. It's coming down to this, and Anonymous Alex does not look like the person to stop these dreams. The down stick comes out, megD with an end light into the corner. That'll get disrupted with a nair. The end sig will close out that stock. Not over yet. We've seen Anonymous Alex come back from deficits like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deficit, though. I mean, while you are a Magyar, that's great. I just feel like, again, it's pretty much one more good read, I think, from megD, and this is probably going to be an issue.
Wait a minute.
Not on this weapon, though. Oh, okay. Try to push the entire gambit that time around.
Nice
Didn't
dodge.
get much more off of that, though.
Nice dodge from megD to avoid the nair as well. The movement gets a little bit scrambly as we get a lot of cross-ups there. The side air will connect, and going for the down stick the wrong direction.
Reverse.
The side air comes out, and Anonymous Alex dodging the end light, and he's fighting back, and he knows how important it is to stay in the winner's side because you have Balloon Boy in elimination side, and no one wants to face him in elimination side finals, and definitely not megD, and it will not be him as he punches his ticket into winner's side grand finals in 2026. megD in position to win his first ever Brawlhalla tournament.
I was
Official
gonna
tournament.
say for a quick second, I was like, I wonder if he should go back to those guitars, but no, he had an idea and he found exactly. I mean, his confirms so far on the cannon have also been nice. If he's doing a lot of mad damage, the guitar somehow gets knocked away. All he does really need is a downlight.